Let's take a look at how we can color correct this photograph by using some of the techniques that we've learned in regards to focusing in on skin and using curves in order to improve our photograph. Well, here we'll press the I key to select our eyedropper tool. Next, I'm going to go ahead and shift click an area on the forehead. I want an area that has a little bit more density, so I'm going to go up near the hair here to set a point. Next, I'll click on the eyedropper icon and then choose CMYK color. Now when I see my CMYK values, they're pretty close, yet there are some problem areas. And I can definitely see there's a color shift in the image. In particular, I can see that in the hair. Now if I hold on the shift key and click and drag this around, we're going to see that yes, there is indeed a pretty consistent color, yet with the brighter tones, there's an even more dramatic color problem. So some of the darker tones of the skin were okay, but now these brighter tones, we can see a little bit more of a problem there. So let's work with some of the brighter tones because the variance or the variation there in our values is a little bit stronger. Alright, well here we'll click on the curves adjustment layer icon. I'm going to go straight to my green magenta channel and then I'll click on this point here and I'm going to drag down just to lower that. I'll go down to my blue yellow channel, increase that a bit so I have some nice yellow there. Alright, great. Well, what about this green shift we're seeing in this area of the image? Well, if we go into our red cyan channel, we need to start to work on that. 3 times 4 is 12, 5 times 4 is 20. So let's change our red amount. Again, here we'll click, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag that to change that value there. And I have a real low amount. We can see how that's affecting the image. In this case, 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 2 is 10. We're getting closer. What about this area of the hair down in here, though? I notice that this area has too much cyan, so I'm going to click and drag up. Now I'm going to pay attention to how this affects the other area of the image, but I'm also noticing that it's not really affecting the skin tone, which was the brighter tones way up there, especially because I already set a point for that. Alright, let's go back to blue-yellow. It's kind of like a hopscotch game, right? Jumping back and forth. We need a little bit more yellow than magenta. Let's see if we can find a nice spot for that. And this image is now looking a ton better. Let me show you the before and after. We'll click on the eye icon. There's our before. We see all those strange color shifts up there. I'll zoom in a little bit closer so you can see that. And then there is our after. So once again, you can see that this color by the numbers mix can be a great guide for us. Yet we don't always want to follow them just in a one-to-one kind of blind fashion. Rather, we want to think about the color in general throughout the image and really start to deconstruct and learn how we can use curves in order to create nice color correct photographs.